Greetings, guys, and welcome to Spiritual Magic Journey. This is your Oracle card reading for October the 9th through the 15th of 2017. We'll be picking 3 cards from my new deck, which is Art Through the Eyes of the Soul Oracle Guide by Cheryl Rose. This is the Oracle deck I'm using. I just got this deck a few weeks ago. This is her paintings through her psychic visions. This is the deck I'm using. This deck is all about personal guidance for you guys from the mythic beings and divine entities that inhabit sacred sites and spaces all around the world. So I will be choosing or pulling 3 cards for you guys, and you will be choosing which card resonates with you. 1, 2, or 3. Again, this is still a new deck. I haven't got it broken yet, and these cards are stiff. I mean, they are stiff. And I really am having a hard time with my fingers. I do have some arthritis in my hands, my joints. So these are just like, you know how it is when you get a new deck, how stiff the cards are. They're really hard to shuffle, but I'm going to shuffle and I'm going to shut my mouth and ask for divine guidance. There, you want to fly out somewhere. What's the energy for this week? What's going on? Divine guidance. Shuffle. Okay, guys. This will be card number 1. This card resonates with you. Card number 2. Some of this stuff out of the way. This will be card number 3. So choose a card that is resonating with you. While you are choosing a card, I just want to say thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and sharing my videos. I do love each and every one of you. You know, just wishing you guys all the best and hoping you're having a wonderful, wonderful week for this week, October the 9th through the 15th. So let's go ahead and start this reading and see if you chose Oracle card number 1. What lies beneath this? It's Maka, lifting the curse of war. Lift the curse, forgive. Can you see that? So let's see what the book has to say more about this card, and if any divine guidance wants to come through, I can surely speak upon that. That's 64. It's a beautiful card. Maka, lifting the curse of war. Lift the curse, forgive. In Irish myth, Makkah was a fairy woman married to a foolish man. Because of his boasting about her abilities, she was forced to run a race against the king's horses while 9 months pregnant. She wins, collapses, and gives birth to twins. Before she dies, she curses the men of Ulster, saying that when they go into battle, the men would become as weak as a woman in labor. In the painting, she is not only lifting the original curse on the men of Ulster, but now also the curse of war from the world of man. The mound in the foreground is her ancestral home of Eman Macha in County Armagh, the Celtic ritual horns that were found close by. You see that? There are no real winners in war. Let your divine feminine aspect lead the way to conflict. The way to conflict resolution. Okay. So guys, if you chose this card, what is happening? This is the fairy Macha lifting a curse. There again, there are no real winners in war. Let your divine feminine aspect lead the way to conflict a resolution. Oh, must I speak on this? Yes, I must speak on this. Guys, whatever it is that you're feeling, any kind of conflict, for those that are having conflict in their lives at this time, and I feel many of you are, it's time to lift. Macha is here to help you lift that curse. Some may want to call it a curse or feel like you've cursed. The find resolution to a conflict, any kind of strife, conflict that you're having at this time, there is a way to find peace. There is a way to lift, if you want to call it the curse, or I always say the monkey off my back, so you can move on to the next phase in your spiritual path. And it's a simple thing. It's to forgive. It's to forgive. Lift the curse and forgive. Forgive so you can move on. Make peace so you can have peace within yourself. If you're fighting with someone, if you're fighting or having a conflict, or it's always a needless battle between yourself and, you know, a family member, a friend, a neighbor, whatever it is. Macha is here to tell you, the fairy, it's time to resolve those things from your past. This could be happening to you now, or it could be from past things that's coming coming to the forefront from your past, that you may feel like you've been cursed, or you feel like the world is out to get you. And it's not. Some of you may have to go deeper within to lift the curse, to forgive yourself. If you're having an issue with yourself, it's pertaining to yourself and no one else. Maybe you're battling your own demons, your own curses, your own, conflicts with inside you. This card is here. Macha is here letting me know to tell you it's time to put those things to rest, to forgive. This card is all about forgiving and loving yourself, and be honest with yourself. Be authentic. Being authentic, vibrating higher, loving yourself and forgiving yourself and forgiving others, and holding a space or a place of compassion for others. Whether you agree, whatever the conflict is, there's always for two parties to come together and find a resolution. whether you agree with their choices, or whatever it is they're going through, or the choices they've made. Everyone has a path to walk, and you have to walk yours, and you definitely want to walk yours with peace of mind. So definitely, please, guys, forgive. It's the one thing you can do, is forgive. So let's see if you pick card number 2. And I think I'm pronouncing this correct. It says Shasta Shamaka. Move away from a difficult situation. Let's see what the book has to say about that. And I am getting used to these cards, so just bear with me. 86. It's a beautiful card, isn't it? Shasta Shamaka. Move away from a difficult situation. Beware of those who would hang on to your bright energy to drain your vital life force. Oh man, does that resonate with me? I was just, oh man. Sometimes these cards can be for me, for the reader. The Shamaka woman is high upon Mount Shasta in her place of vision. She carries her magic staff with a pristine rare flower called the Shasta lily in its crystal spear. Ever fresh and full of life, the lily is native to the land of Shasta only. Down the side of her wand, ancient Lemurian symbols from the rock petroglyphs across the valley. She recognizes the stag as a shapeshifter and will not be dominated or fooled by him. Shielded from the environment by her feathered cloak, she is in her power and walks away. Use your intuition, guys, to recognize and repel negative people, destructive environments, and those who would dominate you. Whoa. Like, again, this card very much resonates with me. I was just talking yesterday and today about energy, vampirism, energy vampires, however you want to say it. Someone that drains something, a situation, a place, a person that just drains all your energy, that tries to be dominant, that just sucks the pure life out of you. This card is telling you that you have to move away from a difficult situation. For those that are going through this, maybe you know someone that when you have been out with this person, that when you leave the presence of this person, that you are completely drained. I call it an energy vampire. Other people may have other names for it, but that is what I call it. Someone that just constantly drains your energy. They feed on it. It's just like they have to feed on it. It feeds them themselves. But yes, I was just talking about this since Friday. The whole thing. There's a certain person that just really just feeds. They just feed off of it, and I have to kind of distance myself. You have to put up a protection. Now, this could be a workplace too. This could deal with not just a person. This could not just be a person. There are places that I have lived that I just didn't like the energy there, just like where I just moved from. It's a place called Asheville, North Carolina. A lot of people may have been there. A lot of people love that place. Absolutely, they love there. They come there in droves. They just love Asheville, North Carolina. I did not like the energy there. The energy was just, I didn't like it. Let's just say I did not care too much for that place. And I'm so much in a better place now where I am, on my mountain. living in, peace and quiet, and the energy here is just perfect. It resonates with me, but it did not resonate with me where I lived at. Again, this could be a person, this could be a place, it could be even where you work at in your job. If something is draining you and taking everything that you have, all your energy out of you, mentally, physically, emotionally, you've got to move away. This card is telling you you've got to get away from that, whatever it is. If you are having anything that, if this resonates with you, then I'm speaking to you. This card is speaking to you. Please, you need to resolve that. Do not let someone dominate you. That's another type of them tapping into your energy, sucking the life, pretty much what you call sucking the life right out of you. But it's the energy, and it can be the life, because you don't enjoy life. You don't get out, you don't do the things that you need to do because you're so blatantly tired. You can be tired mentally, physically, and emotionally, and that's how they do it. In these situations and people and places they are real. They are real. So please, guys, if you are definitely in any kind of situation like that, this card is telling you to move away. Get away from it. If you have to distance yourself from these people, like I have had to do, and this was a family member. I mean, a family member that which I don't live around any of my family anyway, but still, I was just around, that person at a gathering, at a wedding, and I had to be around this person again for a whole week. And yeah, so it's just like putting up a shield around you, and it's bad to know that it can be your own family member, but you have to protect yourself. Please, guys, do protect yourself. If you're in a situation, you need to get out of it. Someone's trying to dominate you and tell you every move that you need to make, and criticizing you on everything that you need to be doing and not be doing. No. I highly suggest you move away from that. You will be 100% better on that. So, card number 3. And this one is the third pillar. Be the powerful space between opposite poles. So let's see what the book has to say about that. Again, this is a new deck. I am getting used to this deck. The third pillar. Let's see what page that's on. 92. Can you see that? Let me back that up. The third pillar, be the powerful space between the opposite poles. Everything in our known world has a positive and negative charge. The third quality is the creation itself. The result from the interaction of the two is the powerful third point of the triangle, the symbol of perfect manifestation. There is nothing in the world you cannot do, design, and put into form. That's true. It's a little place called imagination. The female Templar in the painting is Pilgrim, spiritual warrior, and the creatrix. She carries all the symbols of her experiences that placed her in this exalted space of realization. Epiphany of receiving the Grail is becoming cognizant of our divine human potential. In the balanced center of creation, you are the Grail. It is possible to manifest all you envision. Again, I've said it before, manifestation, it comes from that little place. It starts in that little place that we call imagination. There's a lot of things that go on if you want to actually manifest your heart's desire. And I have done a few spells on that, and I'll do some more. I know I've been slack on doing the spells. I had a few things going on, but I am going to get back to that. But let's move on with this. So you are the power. You hold the gift. You hold the grail, the holy grail, if that's what you want to call it. You've got everything that you need, just like she does, the third pillar, to manifest whatever you want. I'm going to give you some things that you need to be doing. First, it always starts with a thought. That's the first thing. You got to have that thought, that creative thought, ideal, whatever you want. Number two, you better have your mental attitude in place for it. Number three, your attitude. Can be your mental attitude or just your, your attitude, the way you carry yourself, whatever you want to call it. Number three of 3 or 4, I forgot where it was. Your intentions putting forth. I mean, even if you have to start, write it down on paper if you want to in the beginning. Write it down on paper. Go over it. Set your intentions. This is my intentions. This is the thing I'm going to accomplish. This is what I'm going to manifest. You can do it. I manifested my ass. Well, I ain't want to say ass, but I manifested my butt out from where I used to be on this mountain where I've always wanted to be. And I did it. I wrote a spell. I put my intentions into it. I said that sucker nightly. I focused on it. That's where my energy went. I see myself doing it. I see myself moving. I see myself having that mental attitude. Is like, this is going to happen. Have the attitude, it's already happened. And that's what the manifestation is all about. You've got to be the powerful space between the opposite poles. You hold the Holy Grail. You do. That's how powerful you are. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you are not and that you cannot do something, because you and I know that you can. The thing is, do you have that mental attitude? Do you have that attitude the way you carry yourself? Do you have the right intentions to manifest what you want? That's all it is. And you cannot do flippity flop. Like you flip flop one day. One day I'm going to have the attitude and the mental thing, and then the next day it'd be like, whatever. It don't work like that. Not manifesting what you want. It doesn't work like that. You got to stay on it. Stay on it, and you can make it happen. Trust me, I know. I've done it several different times, on several different occasions, on things that I want, that I was bound and determined. Like I said, if you want to start out writing what you want on paper, putting it in the physical form, then setting your intentions in the mental, in the spiritual, then do that. If that's what it takes for you to get started, just put your foundations. That's what you call building your foundations to accomplish the goals that you want. It's that simple. It's not hard. It's not hard to do it. I'm not saying you have to have a strong mental attitude. Your just mental place, your mental attitude has to be in the right place. If you want something bad enough, you'll get it. I'll put it to you like that. If you want something bad enough, you will get it. That I can tell you. But I think I'm going to leave it at that. So yes. So if you chose number 3, then it's all about manifestation and manifesting what you want. What is it that you want to happen? What is the things that you want to bring into your life? You know, and it's got to be realistic. It can't be some crazy, you know, things that is not going to happen here. Remember, we're in the 3D. We're in the third dimension. So make sure that what you're trying to manifest is definitely realistic and that it can be done. And it will. It can happen. Just be realistic with it. That's all I ask. Um, when you're doing any kind of manifestation. And make sure it's for the highest good for yourself, not trying to hurt anyone else. Make sure it benefits you. And if you're doing something, make sure it's if with anybody else involved, make sure it benefits everybody. And trust and believe that that's something else. You got to trust yourself and you got to believe in yourself. You hold the grail. That's the whole key to when it comes to manifestation. But guys, I will leave it there. I do love each and every one of you. Thank you, love you. Have a blessed week. Hope this helps you in your journey through life. Blessings, my friends, and namaste.